Nothing quite defines a season like seizing an opportunity. The opportunity that comes when the #1 team in the country comes into your house and you have an opportunity to stake your claim to one of those coveted playoffs. USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Hokies will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Trojans offense will take the first swing of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick release by the QB. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build on it because they haven't proven they're a top 10 team, and they want to get to that point.
Yeah, let's stay hungry. Let's not be satisfied with the fact that we just broke into the top 25. Let's get in the top 20, top 15, top 10. Let's make the college football playoff. You want to get ahead of your skis here too early. It's a nice thing to be inside the top 25 now, but you want to continue to get better.
And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Finds his big tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? He'll keep it himself. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You hear a lot of coaches talk about bend, don't break, and it's in these areas of the field down in your own goal line defensively where you want to just stiffen up. And they did a really nice job on first down, stopping the run. Here we go on second. There's a good chance the offense tries to run it again.
Pushes ahead. This time he'll be stopped behind the line, and they'll pretty much give back what they just gained.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
Under fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. The Hokies offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We're just going to see what they do today.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The give to the back. Continuing to churn and move it forward. They're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
The Hokies will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He makes the fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Here's the handoff. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
A lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Got his man. Oh, he got loose. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, you just run positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
On the run, it's Tatum. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Third down play in the red Dropping back, it's Watson. Finds his big tight end. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
You saw the tight end on a big play there in that last 3rd down. Why not go back to him again here in the red zone? With his size and his athleticism, he is a matchup nightmare down in this area of the field.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Off play action. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Oregon is just getting tuned up today. This is like watching an MMA fight where you start to question your own morals. Who sanctioned this bout? They're trailing by 14 to Wisconsin. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. It's a running room. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Best uniforms in the sport, and a play is made befitting of those threads.
Well, this is not the format to have a debate back and forth. Not the best uniform in sports, but definitely always a lot of flash and sizzle with USC offenses.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Zings it complete to the right. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive line. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
The Trojans are flying down the field. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Touchdown, Trojans! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers grow all offseason to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll go to the ground. Got room at the 35. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
That is an impressive run. And I'll tell you, I know when we think Virginia Tech offense, we're always talking about running quarterbacks, but they've oftentimes had a running back to go along with that mobile QB threat. It makes this rushing attack so difficult to stop. This guy right here really has the ability to do it on his own, though. Because of his speed and power, he is dangerous.
Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that looks a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Quickly out to the tight end. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking downfield, it's Watson. Here's the pressure. Snagged out of the air. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And the Hokies with the 1st and 10. Going up top again. They'll run the screen. Inside the 15. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up.
Touchdown, Virginia Tech. A great catch and run for 6. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14 to 10. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Oh, he's got a chance. Turning it on. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quick strike complete. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Trojans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Rides to back and leaves it. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks when he's toting the rock. You think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but nationally, to come to this school and be the guy, to be RB1. He's on the field for a reason. This guy is unique. He's got speed and vision. What a weapon.
So after the first down run, here's 2nd down. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
It's a nice job, too, the quarterback, after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The The Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Hand off from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. Four-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
It's complete. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. And the Trojans kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Here we go, here we go. On the option. Now the pitch. Touchdown, Trojans. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Football team, really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left. We're going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they capped it off with a one-yard plunge. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Took them a little while to settle into this game, but this offense has it going here in the second quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, a little bit of a feeling out process there early, but they seem to have found something. They're going back to the well, and they need to keep that up here on this drive.
Definitely, and they got the momentum going, and once you start getting the momentum going, it's crazy what I've seen in college football. It's so hard to stop it. It takes over, and sometimes it leads to enormous swings.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Watson. Extending the play. Creates a little room. Oh, he's got some space. Across the 35. Out of bounds at the 36. And a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping them.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Wants to go up top. Trying to set up the screen. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Hokies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's Watson. The throw to the outside is complete. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, I'll tell you, I know they're losing the game. It's only the first half, but this offense, obviously, they've spent some time practicing 2-minute throughout the week. You can see they're really in rhythm, they're really in focus, and they're attacking the right areas of the field in order to try to maintain as much clock as possible.
To the air on first down. Punts it out of the air. Gets away from one. Finds some space. Gets it inside the 10. Out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
And a great play design here in this type of situation. Obviously, trailing, you're trying to put something up on the scoreboard and just using the sideline, using the boundary, getting the ball out of bounds and stopping the clock.
And the Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. He's got it on the run. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. They'll immediately call timeout. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Hokies.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of the defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And here's the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Los Angeles. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to our men inside the world-famous LA Coliseum.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Trojans will kick it off to start the second half. he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. First play of the drive comes from the 22. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This crowd still bringing the intensity to open the second half. Back to throw, it's Watson. Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Just a quick rhythm throw there, and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Catch in the middle, it's Doyle. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Hokies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Gives it on the option. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
And the Hokies come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains.
Surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
They go to the ground. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. To throw, it's Watson. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
You know, for quarterbacks out there throwing screen throws, part of your job on this play is negotiating the defender. You have got to find some way to get that ball to your running back. You can't let the defense knock that away.
The Hokies need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. From the gun, running back on the move. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Oregon has the lead right now in Eugene, but that typically dynamic offense just hasn't been able to pull away. They're up by a field goal over Wisconsin. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. On target to the left. They bring it down, but the big play will move the sticks. Doesn't SC always seem to have a quarterback right out of central casting and one that'll pick up a first down for you with his arm?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter the year. It just doesn't matter the number. It continues to churn out. They find those guys. Just such an easy place to recruit when you got that kind of pedigree. You always find superstars at the quarterback spot.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Looking for a man. It's Fox. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not on this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
Here comes the heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as as they just walked it down for a touchdown there.
And the big boys up front doing their job, opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Got his man on the right. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
By the receiver. Picks up 7. First down for the offense.
Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The give out of the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that running play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Gives it on the option. Not this time. After finding running room on the previous play, nowhere to go this time around as the defense rises up.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah.
Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to throw, it's Watson. Makes the grab on the left. Breaks into the open. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
Good enough for first down.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Virginia Tech is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. To see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Looking for space, it's Tatum. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Going to swing it on second down. Hauls it in. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right? You still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Shotgun snap on third down. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
That's one of the only ways you would get back in this game. You had to force a turnover. You still got to score twice at least to get back in this ball game to try to win it. Great stop. Now it's the offense's turn. I need to score and score quickly.
To the air, it's Fox. Flips it out on the screen. At the 35, he's got room. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Lawson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 got.
Oh, out of space. The 20. Touchdown, USC. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Obvious thinking here. Get the two-point conversion now, and all you'll need is a field goal to tie. He's looking to throw. He gets it in for the two-point conversion, and now they trail by only 3. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 24, probably looking for a little more on that return, but that's where his offense will go to work. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Hand off from the shotgun. Turning it on. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Hokies. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Oregon has the lead currently at Autzen Stadium, but that typically dynamic offense just hasn't been able to pull away. They're up by a field goal over Wisconsin. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Power football with the run. Got enough for the first. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Here's a quick throw out to the left.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Wants to throw. It's Fox. Grabs it inside the 15. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
I love when you back the defense off. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Gets it out fast. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They're going to run it. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Almost intercepted in the end zone, and what a red zone stop that would have been. It'll be 4th down.
And, man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And we're about to get another look at this hooky offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
It's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Watson. Right on target this time. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. Oh, he's got some space. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45.
Really nice execution by this offense. This is the time, right? Late in the football game, got to get a few 1st downs to preserve this lead, to get out of here with the W. They trust their quarterback. They protect him. They get the 1st down.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
From the gun, the ground game. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers to try to slow this guy down. Today, we've seen this defense try blitzing, zone coverage, man coverage. They've mixed up personnel. None of it has worked. This guy has carved them apart.
Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Wants to throw again. Makes the grab. It's Jordan. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I just think for the offense, at this situation of the game, in the fourth quarter down a possession, you can be a bit more aggressive and throw the ball vertically down the field. Challenge this secondary. Force them to make plays and to play clean without pass interference.
They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They piece together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Back to pass, it's Fox. Quarterback just flat missed him, incomplete.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up third down. You've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Find space on the right. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Bringing it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you and get yourself in position to win.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Hokies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Rocking the crowd forces a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. It's a fine line right now between being aggressive, trying to win it here, and not blowing the game with a turnover. Takes a handoff. It's Tatum. Crosses the 30. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
I love the play call running the football here in the 4th quarter, because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Timeout on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the 4th. The Hokies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass, it's Watson. Fires to the big fella. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Overton.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. A run for the quarterback. And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good! Reach for Marwin, and he gives them the W. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
This is the championship game in the Big Ten Conference. A precious trophy with a long tradition to battle for here. But also a game that's been a launching pad into the college football playoff. Welcome, everyone, to Lucas Oil Stadium, home of the Colts here in Indianapolis, Indiana. As we'll see a top 5 team in this conference, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on last year's national champions, the Virginia Tech Hokies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Street. Let's get this thing underway. Kickoff team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the conference championship trophy. So it'll be a touchback, ball spotted at the 25. The Wolverines offense comes onto the field for the first time today. And it comes down to this. After a brutal regular season schedule, all these teams have poured into it, and now one final showdown, Kirk. And one of these teams walks off this field tonight as conference champions.
Well, if you talk to these coaches, and especially the players, Chris, you get the sense that this game means a lot. Opportunity to become conference champs, and also you win this game, who knows how it can impact you at that next step into the postseason. So let's see who the better team is and who's going to become the conference champ.
They bring it down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. One play moves the ball to the 48. Another first down coming up. From the shotgun, drops back. Pulls it in. It's Stewart.
Chris, it just feels like the offense is almost teasing the defense with this play. As an offensive coordinator, quarterback, you're often looking for that soft spot in the zone. And here, they do a nice job of finding that hole for a nice game.
Broken tackle still going. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
Of course they're going to pick up the first down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka and Tyrone Wheatley and Leroy Hoare. Man, so many good backs have come through Ann Arbor.
Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
It's a nice job by this defense. They saw option. They actually forced the quarterback to pull the ball on the read, and then they corral him for a loss. You could tell they worked hard on that in practice.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Looking for the wideout. It is complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline. And the Wolverines will have first and 10 here. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. Looking for the end zone. Has a lane. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. We've got a conference championship on the line here. What a start for the offense.
Man, I just want to give a lot of credit to the quarterback and the offensive line. They really set the tone here on this drive, allowing this offense to be able to make the plays that they needed to give them this lead here early.
PAT makes it 7-0. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen. That's good coverage there. So the Virginia Tech Hokies offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. Kirk, let's check the impact players in this game. Guys who have been leaders, guys who are being counted on to deliver today.
Well, these are the guys that both these teams rely on, as you said, to be able to make the plays. And more importantly, when it gets into that point in the game where you need to be able to have some leadership, these are the men who are going to have to step up and be able to provide that for each team.
Again, moves the ball out near the 25.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Caught behind the line. It's Wiggins. He's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense. So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. The sure hands. It's Wiggins. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit.
Yeah, I agree. Still trying to decide.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. First down and more. He's still running. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
Boy, good tough running here by this Virginia Tech running back. The offensive line did their job to give him just enough room there to be able to get vertical and pick up valuable yards and keep this drive alive.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Man, I love a corner who has zero fear. He just puts his face in the fan when making a tackle. Touch passes like this are a real test for any defense to show what kind of discipline they have. And this corner identifies the play and then makes a nice play to get that tackle for a loss.
Challenging play for the offense. They face third and long here from their own 43. Looking downfield. It's Watson. Cannot connect, incomplete, and now fourth down. The Hokies will bring their punt team on the field now. Trying to kick it away, helping his team with field position. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. And the running back takes the handoff. They'll bring him down just short of the 20.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Lets it go quickly. Makes the catch downfield. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs. So the explosive play changes the complexion of the drive. They're set up outside the 30 now. The tight end goes in motion before the snap. They're going to run it here. That's a stop behind the line of scrimmage. They've got him for a 3-yard loss.
Well, you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now, sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling them to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
Lets it fly out of the wideout. Pass is incomplete. The defense affecting the quarterback with pressure there.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. Sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback. It all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
Fourth down and 2 coming up as they try to keep the drive going. It's a blitz look here from the defense. Here we go on fourth down. Oh, that's fouled him short. What a fourth down.
I can't believe I actually tried that.
Over on downs now. And the Hokies offense is back out on the field. Looking to pass. It's Watson. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
A lot of times this can be a tough play to defend because you're so concerned with getting pressure on the quarterback. But here the defense does a good job of coming off of coverage and chasing down the receiver.
Looking for some space. It's Tatum. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
Chris, I know it's not a huge game. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Intercepted, picked off by the defense.
All right, I'm going to restart this one, guys. We'll just run it as a new stream.
Just a tough spot to be as a quarterback.